What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another video where I have a beautiful 2020 Maserati Levante Gransport SQ4 right here at Maserati Alfa Romeo of Daytona Beach. And this Levante is over 107,000 US dollars. That is right. This has pretty much every option I've seen on a Levante that is not a GTS or a Trofeo. This thing is pretty loaded. Now I have to show this off to you guys because one, I haven't done a Maserati video in a little while now because Maserati hasn't changed much for the year of 2020 with the new introductions of the Ghibli Hybrid, the new MC20, and the new Levante and Quattroporte refreshes coming up pretty soon. So for 2020, a very modest year for Maserati. Also two, is because this is a beautiful spec and I just have to show it off. I can't let not everyone in the world see how incredible this spec is. And three, I want to show you guys what 107,000 US dollars gets you for a Maserati SUV. First, let's talk about under the hood of the Levante SQ4 Gransport. You do have the S model engine, which boosts the horsepower up to 424 with 428 foot-pounds of torque. Now that will get you to 0 to 60 in about 5.1 seconds. Not too bad for this big heavy SUV. Now with that is your twin turbo Ferrari derived engine for the 3-liter Maseratis. Now with that said, you do have an 8-speed ZF transmission and again all-wheel drive. So this thing will get up to speed pretty quickly. But how about the sound that engine makes? Because we're not sure how the Maserati sound is going to be in the future with these going over to hybrid, electric, etc., etc. We went from naturally aspirated, now we're doing the other stuff, you know, kind of getting with the times on the engines and the emissions. So let's take a listen to this twin turbo V6. Now that we're done with the performance and that beautiful noise, let's talk about the exterior. The first thing that's gonna pop out at you is this paint. The Maserati Special Paint 5, Rosso Energia. That means red energy in English. And obviously you see where the energy comes from and you definitely see where the red comes from. This is a bright metallic red that is $6,500 for this paint job. Now in the Florida sun, you see that it shines so bright and beautifully, and this car is not even clean because it hasn't even been through detail yet as we just got it off of the dock. Now with that said, I mean, holy crap, we've seen the Ghibli in this paint before, and we've seen that it costs $6,000 for the Ghibli. But with the Levante being a little bit bigger of a car, you're paying $6,500 US dollars for this paint. And man, does it look stunning. Again, I cannot put it to justice on how good this looks through the camera, but the Florida sun is doing its thing, and hopefully you guys can pick up how great of a paint this really is. Now, if it's worth that much money for you guys, you have to be the decider on that. But with this Rosso color, you also have the Nerissimo package. The Nerissimo package is Maserati's version of the black package, all right? Blacked out a couple of things here. So you have your front kidney grills done in black around the trident there. You have the Gransport package, so your front lip's gonna be done in black, and your side blades are done in black. You also have the black surround around your fog lights as well. Then you have the darker headlamps there, and we move around to the side where you'll get those black mirror caps. You also have the blacked out window moldings there as well, and you have the sunroof there, or the panoramic roof. Now you also get blacked out wheels. These are 21-inch staggered Inteo wheels for Maserati. You have the black center cap with the Maserati insignia there. You have the gloss black caliper with the white script. You have the 6-piston drilled Brembo brakes, and you have the Scorpion Verde all-season tires here. This is a sick package, guys. You also have the moldings here for the fender and for the side skirts done in that body color, that Rosso Special Paint 5. All right, you have the Gransport badge on the side, your typical Maserati gill vents there. All right, and then coming around the side, your body match door handles. All right, no chrome with this because it's a Gransport package. Took the chrome off. You also have soft close doors. All right, so you see, pull right in. There you go. All right, also coming around to the back, you have the darker trident emblem on the side. You have the sport wing here, all right, this body match there as well. Then we come along to the back, darker tail lamps. All right, you have the darkened Levante emblem, the darker Maserati symbol here, and the darker SQ4 symbol. And then what we saw when we did the exhaust, the darker black exhaust tips. You have the nice rear diffuser here, and you have right down the center gloss black on the rear diffuser to go with the theme. I do really like this aggressive look for the diffuser. Even the honeycomb grille that is actually, I mean, somewhat functional because there's holes there. There's not just holes with a black plastic piece behind it. You can actually feed it through. Let's take a look at the exterior lighting. As you can see, you do have your full LED headlamps there. You have your LED turn signals, and you have your fog lights there as well. The big Maserati Trident has your level 2 autonomous driving package for your driver assistance there. So it is the bigger Trident. They changed most of them over for the newer years, so a lot of cars don't come without them. And then you also have your adjustable suspension here, all right, where you can go from sport to your lowest suspension, and you can go from off-road to your highest suspension. We'll check out that button in a moment here. Then you'll also see your LED tail lamps with the turn signals there. All right, looks really good. Again, very sharp, very aggressive for the looks. I think Maserati did a good job. And then can't forget your turn signals on the side view mirrors here. You can see it from the front there, know that they're on, and then come along the side, you can see them there as well. So what are you paying at the pump for a Maserati Levante SQ4 Gransport? Well, 17 combined city and highway. Obviously you don't get into a Maserati to, you know, worry about the fuel, but this is premium gas only. So with that, you're looking at 21 highway and 15 city with a 17 combined. Let's talk about the cargo space of this 2020 Levante. You're looking at 20.5 cubic feet of space. And then with the seats fold down, you're looking at 57.4 cubic feet of space for this Levante. Not too bad. Now you also get with this specific model a cargo kit that gives you the floor mat that you see here, or the cargo mat, shall I say, with the umbrella here as well. You also get the rear sunshade, etc. But overall, the Levante offers solid utility. I mean, the rear seats fold flat, and there's a cargo pass through the middle as well through the rear seats. So you can fit pretty good stuff back here. But overall, it comes up a little short of its peers, but there's still plenty of small items that you can fit back here. But overall, pretty good space in the back. Now with this cargo mat here, you also can lift it up, and you'll see underneath, you'll have your whole setup. If you were to pull this up, you have your red tab. All right, your red tab will hook here. And then once that hook's there, you see everything here like your front plate. You also have storage here for your tools, all right? And then if you were to lift this up, then you have your spare back there, all right? You have your battery back there and your tools. If you know you want to change the tire, hopefully you never have to do that. You also have your tire inflate kit there as well. But overall, pretty good space, pretty good practicality. I think it does a good job with the rear seats folding down, the middle feed, the 12 volt, everything there, your power trunk here as well for your tailgate if you want to close and lock, or you just want to close it. You can also pull down on the handle as well, right up here. All right, you can use the key fob, or you can use the button inside of the Levante. So there's plenty of ways to do this. On some models, you will add the kick sensor where you'll kick underneath, pull the foot out, and it will close. This specific model does not have it, surprisingly. So we will close it just by using the rear hatch button there. But I think they do a really good job as far as what this car is supposed to be. It's supposed to be more space, it's supposed to be practical, and it's supposed to be fun with some styling. And so now let's step inside of this $107,000 Levante and see where the price really comes in as well. Now you do have this sport package. It's a Gransport. So you'll get the sport steering wheel, which you see right away. Perforated leather on the sides. All right, the new shape design here for the aluminum trim. You have the big Italian paddle shifters that are column mounted. You'll know where they are at all times. The nice insignia for the Maserati Trident, and leather all around throughout the airbag. Now that looks great, but let's talk about these seats. All right, the sport seats, natural drilled leather. They're ventilated and heated. Very good look. I wish there was red contrasted stitching. You can have the stitching in the headrest here for the Trident, really make it pop out, really make it stand out. You can also have the stitching, instead of being done in black, being done in red along the seats. I think that will really make it pop out as well. But this is a very subtle interior spec. All black everything. I mean, even your trim is done in the black piano wood. Now, It's a great looking trim once it's clean, but as you can see, fingerprints, any kind of scratches, anything like that will show up. Now this hasn't been detailed yet, so when it is detailed, you'll be able to see how great it looks once it's clean, but you have to keep it that way. But other than that, leather everywhere. I mean, look at the door. Leather upper on the top, aluminum trim, the black piano, leather all throughout here, all right? And the only bit of plastic is down here. And then this is like a soft plastic touch, so it doesn't even feel like plastic when you think about it. You also have the Bowers & Wilkins sound system here. That is a big option there, and it's an upgraded option. Now, it doesn't cost as much when you get it on a car like this. Say if you were to get it on an entry-level Maserati Levante, it'd be about $5,000 to get this upgraded sound system. If you don't want the Bowers & Wilkins, you can always go with the Harman Kardon sound system as well. But even the Bowers & Wilkins sound goes into this Alcantara pillar as well. All right, so it just really carries on throughout the car. It's a really good look. So bring that twin turbo V6 into life. We'll close the door here. All right, so now you'll see that Maserati touch control system pop up, and you'll see everything here that Maserati offers as far as all of its media controls, seating controls, your start stop surround camera that's in this car. You know, you have the surround camera because you have the driver assistance package on this, so it's going to give you real-time views of what's actually around you. I can actually kind of see the shadow of the other car that's right up there, which is very nice. So this is very real-time, very, you know, just right there in your face. There's no way you can mess up this car when parking when you have those kind of systems. But tons of stuff that I've gone over before in the Maserati Touch Controls Plus system. So make sure you check those videos out. And going into the center console and the button layout here, obviously that black piano is shining very brightly. Again, the 2-track system, pull back for drive, push over for manual if you want to go into full manual, and you can use the paddle shifters as well, or keep it in drive, use the paddle shifters for automatic manual, or just do your regular driving mode there. You're now neutral there, and then your reverse, but you gotta press the trigger to go in reverse. P for park, all right? 2-track ZF, leather all around, leather wrapped here, leather on the boot, all right? Underneath here in your stowage, see if we can get under there and get a good view of it. All right, can you guys see it? You have your card reader, SD card reader, all right, your 2.0 USB, and your aux cable. All right, not yet have we gotten a USB-C in the 2020 Maseratis. We'll probably see it in the next model year. All right, pull that over, and then you have your cup holders here with your cigarette lighter there. You know, not a lot of people put these in cars anymore, so Maserati, you Italians, you love your cigarettes, hey, it's there. So right down the middle, split armrest, press that, have it split open. All right, down there, you can actually move this toggle over to let air inside, cold air inside of this armrest. Now, with that said, you probably put a coffee or an espresso down here and let the cool air come in. Keep your drink cold, which is really nice. You also have your max 180 watt down there with those cup holders. All right, something you've all seen before. And then your toggle switches for your Maserati Touch Control Plus system. All right, buttons there, hazard there. Your adjustable suspension, again, you can lower it or raise it, and depending on the modes you are, like off-road mode or sport mode, you can also raise it just by pressing those buttons, or lower it just by pressing those buttons. You also have your electric parking brake there, and then you have your traction control off button right up top, and you hold down for about 3 seconds, turn off your traction. Off-road mode, as we talked about. Your ICE mode, which is increased efficiency, better for fuel economy, good for the highway, good for cruise control. Your sport mode, when you want to open up those valves, and you can hear it, got a lot deeper, all right? And then once you open up those valves, you would do this, roll down the window, and yeah, all right? And then you can turn on your dampers. Turn on, I mean just soften the dampers. So then we come up front on the steering wheel where we have our driver assistance package. All right, so your adaptive cruise control, your highway assist, driving assist, you know, where this has level 2 autonomous driving, electric steering. So this will help you on your lane keep. This will help you on your lane changes, everything like that. You also have blind spot with this. You have hill descent control, and this is where you accelerate and decelerate when it comes to your cruise control. On this side, you have your voice commands there, and you have your main menu for your speedo right up front here. The different settings and menus you can go through, stuff like your radio, stuff like your start stop, your trip, fuel economy, driver assistance, drive mode, all right, vehicle info, main menu. And you can also change throughout these as well, just by pressing the buttons to cycle through the menus. So there's a lot deeper menu options than you see right on the surface. So make sure again you check out any video that I've done on these before you get into these cars. You'll know all about it before you even step in it. Now with that said, you also have right here your wiper controls. All right, behind the steering wheel right here on these buttons. I don't know if you probably won't be able to see them if I even try to move the camera over, but there's buttons here for the radio controls. You have your volumes, you can change the stations on this side too. So just kind of make it easy so you don't have to really take your hands off the steering wheel. You can really be immersed in the driving experience. Now you see we redline at about 6,500 RPMs. You also have a speedo of 190, but you're not getting that far, not in this Levante. In the Levante Trofeo, you'll get pretty dang close. Now with that said, let's keep going. All right, that trim, that black piano wood, going all along the glove box here. All this upper is done in leather, the beautiful Maserati Clock. All right, Maserati has had these clocks in their cars for a very long time. That tradition carries on. You have your dual climate control, so you see your climate control vents here, and then you have nice stowage in this glove box here. Very wide opening glove box as well, so it's pretty deep. If you guys can see and tell here, you have plenty of room for space there as well. You do have your aluminum pedals down there as well with the dead pedal, so we can kind of zoom in down there so you guys can see that. All right, and it has a Maserati insignia there, just a nice little touch. Also on the door sill here, you have your Maserati insignia plate there too. Looks very nice. And then up top, the Alcantara sunroof or headliner. You have both here, and it looks incredible going all the way back with this panoramic roof. Now you can put the glass up. I'm just showing you how far back everything goes. You can go even further back with the sunshade there, covered in Alcantara, and then go a little bit further back with the glass. But man, it opens it up, really lets you see and shine on this beautiful interior. Now let's not forget our home link unit up here, all right, where we can open up the trunk or the rear cargo space. We can turn on and off our parking sensors, do our dome light. We can do our panoramic roof here. We also have our home link for our garage door opener, and we have our reading lights there as well. Just your central control unit, and then you gotta have a nice mirror, right? Wrapped in Alcantara on your sun visor here, you have a light that automatically turns on as soon as you open up the shade, and if you close it, it will turn it right off. Now let's check out the rear seating, all right? So right off the bat, you're looking at a beautiful side paneling on your doors. So you do have the leather wrapped all the way around. All right, you have the aluminum trim, the black piano wood, same as you're used to, and with that upgraded Harman Kardon sound system, you get the same speaker setup in the back, which just makes it look so much more extravagant. I really like the lavish look of this, and with those speakers there, it just adds to the flavor. And then you have the cold weather package here, so you have the heated seats. All right, so you can heat your rear seats by pressing here for high or pressing here for low. Those are your two settings. You also get that Maserati door sill there on the side as you do up front. They treat you the same, all right? You get the same treatment. Hopping in the back, you have plenty of room back here. I was sitting very comfortably. I probably could have raised the seat a little bit more in the back, but as you can see, the curvature of these sport seats will give my knee room a little bit more room than usual. Now, looking at the HVAC vents, nothing too special there. That's probably where they chinched out the most, is the HVAC vents. I mean, there's not really much to it, so it's there. You do have the hidden compartment here with the USBs there. All right, 2.0s as we saw, and your lighter there. Now you still get the same sports seat setup, perforated leather, ventilated leather, all right, and you still get this nice stitching, bolstering. It's a very comfortable place to be, no doubt. And you have that center feed through. Pull down the armrest. You have a couple of cup holders, as you can see, plastics in here because it hasn't been fully detailed yet, in the center feed through. But this will sit 5 comfortably, easily, no problem. I think that this does a great job with space, and it does a great job with just feeling like you're still treated as the passengers up front are. You know, they don't chintz out too much back here to where you feel like you're in a lesser vehicle because you're in the back seat. So I think they do a really good job at that. And you know, I've emphasized on that before. I feel like that's a very important aspect of being in some of these types of vehicles. All right, so now let's take a look at all of the options and the total MSRP of this 2020 Maserati Levante Gransport SQ4. So we look down here, we're going to see $107,645 total US dollars for this car. All right, that's after $1,195 for your destination charges and $300 for your preparation and delivery. That's a big price for this Levante. Now, what do you get for it? Well, let's talk about that. So as said, the Gransport enhances the Levante S 424 horsepower twin turbo V6 Skyhook adaptive dampening air suspension and Q4 intelligent all-wheel drive by amplifying its character with sport-inspired exterior and interior appointments. All right, so the additional options to this is not a big list, but it's an expensive list. So the options, that climate pack I was talking about with the heated seats, well, you can also get the heated washer nozzles as well. So with that, that's an extra $300. The Nurisimo pack, the blackout package, that's $1,100. You also have the Bowers & Wilkins system, which for this model is $2,000, but can get up to $5,000 if you get an entry-level Maserati. You have your black brake calipers at $300. You have your 21-inch tail black staggered wheels at $1,800. Your full natural drill leather at $2,900. Your roof rails done in a black piano finish at $400. Your special paint 5 at $6,500 for that exterior paint, as we talked about. And then your accessories like your sunshade, which is $150. Your umbrella, $90. License plate frame, $45. And luggage compartment mat, $75. So that's how you get to that big price. Now let's talk about the standard options for this Levante S. Now with that said, twin turbo V6 as you're used to, 8-speed ZF, Q4, air suspension that is active, Skyhook, limited slip diff, all that stuff. Now I'm gonna slowly go over this, guys, so you guys can see it and pause it if need be. But this is stuff that you guys are used to. Then we'll go up top here, Maserati Touch Control Plus, your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, blind spot, adaptive cruise control, highway assist, full LED matrix headlamps, full LED tail lamps and fogs, alarm system, everything that you're used to. All right, guys, so after seeing this beauty here at $107,645 before taxes, what do you guys think? This is a beautiful Maserati Levante, and if you're gonna go all out, this is the way to go. This is the one that screams and shouts at you. This is a head turner. This by far is one of the best sounding V6s there's out there. And really, this is a car that is more of a status symbol. You know, if I'm gonna get a Maserati, hey, why don't I go balls to the wall? But with that said, what is this $107,000 Maserati Levante worth to you guys? I want to know down below, what would you pay for a car this heavily optioned and this car this heavily priced? Because I know it's going to get pretty interesting in the comments below. Listen to that Hellcat. That Challenger Hellcat sounds phenomenal. But if you guys are wondering why I didn't drive this car today, since it's still back in detail and fresh off the boat, as you would say, I did not want to take it out yet until it's fully on the lot. Now we actually have a Levante that is actually in this color, but is a different spec. And once one of those are clean, I'll show you that one highlighted and take it for a drive. But it's the same thing that you guys have heard and seen before, because I've done the 2020 models before when they first got here. And you know, it's the same thing that you're used to, but obviously you want to hear a Levante or a Maserati whenever you have the, you know, the opportunity to. So I will take the other one for a drive once it's cleaned up, so I can do a full review on that and drive it. All right, so let me know, guys, what do you think down in the comments below? Would you pay $170,000 for this car? And if you wouldn't, what would you pay for this Levante? And also, if you guys want to help support the channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Giving it a thumbs up helps get it up in the rankings. More people can see it, and we can have a bigger discussion on this 2020 Levante Gransport SQ4 with the red special paint. Now with that said, also check the links down below. I have a one-time link donation for my PayPal in case you guys want to donate $1 or $2 to the channel. Support the cause for the Ron's Rise movement. You can also do the Patreon subscription as well if you want to become a monthly subscriber. Now if you guys want some merch, hey, the Ron's Rise merch is in the link down below as well, where you can get t-shirts, where you can get hoodies, we can get stickers, coffee mugs, anything that comes in Ron's Rise. Check it out there. And you can also check out the social media, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, everything that pertains to Maserati, Ferrari, and Alfa Romeo that doesn't always make it to the channel will be on my social media. Now with that said, you guys be blessed, have a great day, subscribe, click on the notification bell so you can get these videos straight to your inbox, and we'll talk to you guys in the next Ron's Rise video. Peace.